this is where madaktari they come into play. Doctors. This is where doctors come into play.
Why should you change my whole anatomy and take me through surgeries and
no,
just because we are not, and yet there's someone who's perfectly fit looking for exactly what I have to offer.
No, not in terms of changes,
yes,
but in terms of instead of going the whole way, you know, the same way you say, if I want to know if I'm okay to take this kind of medication, then, you know, I get a doctor's opinion and see, is it okay for me to take this kind of medication? And so in the same way, we find doctors who can tell us, are we compatible?
But trust me, doctors have really tried, and the medical profession has really gone strides and strides ahead. But there's only so much they can do. They will not tell you who you will be able to fall in love with and satisfy you. They will not tell you who will usher the sufuria all-roundedly very well. They'll not tell you who fits the lock and key hypothesis perfectly for you, for this one and not for this one. I mean, there are things that can only be experienced, and not to be seen to encourage promiscuity, but makes no sense to go all the way and realize that wow, all those years ahead, or whatever months or 2 years or whatever number of courtship years you guys have gone through, and people go through even through 5, only to realize, wow, this is not what I bargained for. I can't handle this, and now you're depressed and you spend the rest of your life mad at this person, not because they have changed or they're the worst people, but because what you had drawn in your mind, or what you had dreamt of in your mind all your life in your own Rapunzel movie fiction in your head, has turned out to be a horror.
I don't know if I'm still not seeing it, because I'm looking at the days where, you know, people used to be quote unquote betrothed.
Betrothed, like the Muslims still do.
Yeah, and you have no option, by the way. From the time you are in class 5,
yes,
you already know your husband is anamaliza high school na umalize kuendanisha. There is no two way about it. You look at those days, and then you look at those days where, you know, back in the biblical days, BC, before Christ, you know, where you used to be, it's chosen for you.
Yes.
This is your wife, this is your husband. That's it. In fact, amjuani, you know, you will go get to know each other once you already. There is no time for courtship. Is from this family to that family. Bring your camels or your goats or whatever it is that you're bringing. We exchange. Please go live together. You will know each other's favorite colors when you're already living together. You know. And I'm looking at those days, and I'm seeing those people worked however they worked, raised families however they raised families, and they worked it out.
Were relationships that tad bit more resolved than they are now? Does that tamper proof?
No. I'm just saying. You see, those people are not given a way out. 99% of them, you know, are not given a way out unless you decide, I am going to move from Israel and go to Egypt and relocate, so that there I can find someone who is, you know. But there was no way out. It's that is what has been decided, and you go with it, and you make it work. You make do with that. And so I'm looking at it, just because we are in a society that is more open-minded, you know. So now you don't want to make do, you don't want to find a way, because I believe there's no problem that does not have a solution. Once you've identified the solution, once you identify the problem, you will find a solution, you will find a way out. But we live in a society where solutions are not, the only solution is either walk away, run away, or put your, bury your head
in the sand.
In the sand and assume, let's wait it out. You see? People are no longer willing to put effort into matters. They're no longer willing to, quote unquote, fight for things, fight for issues, fight for marriage. It's, you know, it's okay.
Yes.
Ni sawa. Even though kumesemekana ni sawa. Moving on, let me go find something that suits me. And so I think that is why the rate of, again, the rate of divorce is high, because you want to get into a relationship, you want to get into a partnership, and the moment things become hard or an obstacle just comes in kidogo tu hivi, you jump ship. That's it. You don't want to analyze and see what can we do about it, how can we work around this, you know, what is the solution, where can we seek help, you know, and just together come up and find the solution. And you will if you want to.
Yes.
But most people don't want to. Most people don't want to have that headache.
Yes.
And so, haraka upesi. Next, ticket number.
So a ticket number. But no.
Ticket number, and you move on to the next person.
Yeah.
And so it becomes so disheartening to find that, yeah, the testing of the cookie jar is happening all over. Yeah, with the excuse of compatibility.
Yes.
But then for me, ni usherati tu. Ni usherati inaendelea, and then you want to settle down with someone who's not been tested. Yeah. And yet you went and did the testing.
You've been testing all over.
Yeah. Where will you find that person who's not been tested if everyone else is testing?
Who are they testing?
You see.
If not everyone.
And so it becomes such a complex society that is hard to really get, because you want your cake and you want to eat it too. Yeah. And so for me, the analogy of tasting the cookie jar it has just been taken as a way to just promote usherati.